Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Talisha, also known as CreativiTeeByT. Now look, you already know where I am and why I'm on this video. I've got a haul for you that I'm getting ready to do right now. Right now there's a 3-day sale for McCall's, Berta, and when McCall's is on sale, so is No Me Patterns. So I want to go in there and I want to pick up a couple of patterns because the new spring patterns are in my store and there are quite a few that I want to pick up, even though I really don't need a whole lot of patterns. You already know I'm going to get them. So I'm going to go ahead, get those patterns, and then I will meet you at the table and show you what I have picked up. And I also want to pick up other items, and I'll go ahead and share those with you as well. All right, so I'll see you at the table. Okay, so I will go ahead and start off with the McCall patterns that I purchased, and then I will show you the No Me patterns, and then I did pick up a couple of more additional patterns, and then after that I will show you the non-pattern related items that I picked up. So for this first pattern, this is McCall's 8456, and the pattern description is Mrs. Knit tops, pants, and shorts. Now I picked this up because I felt like this would be perfect for right now, and view B is what I mean by that. This here is a turtleneck, and I have fabric that I can just whip up and make right now. I do like this style for later on in the early spring because you can keep your neck warm and you can have your sleeves out. You don't necessarily have to make these long sleeves. You can make them 3/4, and I just think it's a cute pattern. I really like how the model is styling it, and I think it would really work out well. As you can see, there's shorts here, there's pants here, and you know, the two different styles of tops. So to be honest, this could really be a year-round type of pattern. Definitely you get the value for your money out of this pattern. So again, this is McCall's 8456, and I'll show you the line art. This is the line art right here. And again, this is for knits only, and they suggest stretch knits such as cotton knit, French terry, sweatshirt, fleece. I think it would be really, really nice. The only thing I'm concerned about is that, I don't know if you can see here, but in the line art you can see there are seams, and this is like knit. I'm just interested in how those seams are going to hold up because I just feel like knit is a little floppy, you know. But if nothing else, the pattern was worth getting because of these tops. So again, McCall's 8456, and now we'll move on to the next pattern. So this next pattern is McCall's 8448, and the pattern description is Mrs. Knit dress with sleeve variations. Super, super cute. I was on the fence about this pattern because sometimes I feel like the shaping of this style of dress isn't the best on me. I have made an asymmetrical type of dress before that was knit, and I felt very uncomfortable in it, but I continue to wear it at the same time. So you probably wonder, why did I go ahead and pick this one up? I picked this one up for the color blocking features, and I think it will be nice. Maybe that shaping won't be so bad because I will be distracted with the color blocking when I do make it. Yeah, so there's 3 different versions of this. View A here is sleeveless, and view B here, you know, it has a bell sleeve. To be honest, I don't see how it's any different from C outside of the fact that this has solid color blocking and this one is more you know, just taking the stripes and putting them in different directions. So let's look at the line art in the back, and here is your line art. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, view B and C they are the same. It's just the fact that one of the designs are using just colors that are solid, and the other ones are, you know, is using a stripe variation. So with this dress, the suggested fabrics are going to be your stretch knits only, such as cotton knits, interlock, and jerseys. I think it's super cute, and in my opinion, this is yet another pattern that could be used year-round. You know, you use your long sleeves for the fall and the winter, and then your short sleeves for the summer, and you know, the longer sleeves even for the spring, especially where I am, where it kind of stays cold. So again, this is McCall's 8448, and you will be seeing this pattern soon. Have a special treat coming up for you, so stay tuned in. All right, and now we have McCall's 8449. The pattern description is Mrs. Dress and Sash. This is, once again, another year-round pattern, in my opinion, due to the short and long sleeve variation. I really like to have that type of variation. There are other variations, which is the collar option. So views A and B have like a regular type of collar and collar stand, and then view C, which is what the model is wearing, does not. She just has more of the collar stand. If you look at view A, version A, this is how all the versions of the dress look when it is not belted with the sash. So it is a very flowy type of dress, and if you want it to look like the models, you do have to wear the sash. So if you're the type of person that does not prefer to wear belts and sashes, just know that your dress is going to be very wide and flowy. Here is the line art for this pattern. You can see that it's very wide, and the dress does have pockets. The fabric suggestions are challis, cotton blends, linen, and poplin. Because this is a wide dress, the pattern sizing is, you know, very wide. So just keep that in mind when you're buying your pattern. So I bought the smaller size pack here, which I normally do not, but I do not want to be swimming in a dress, even though it's, you know, meant to be wide. I don't prefer to swim in a dress. So anyway, this is McCall's 8449. I think this is super cute, and I would definitely be wearing this belted. Not sure if I would wear the sash belt or if I would just get like a stretchy type elasticated belt and put with whatever fabric that I'm using. So this next pattern here is McCall's 8457, and the pattern description is Mrs. Loose Fitting Jumpsuit and Sash. And I really like this jumpsuit because I feel like the pattern companies and some of the indie pattern people are starting to listen to the sewing community when it comes down to jumpsuits and having the jumpsuit accessible to use the bathroom better. What do I mean by that? This opens in the front. As you can see here, there's button detail, and it opens in the front rather than in the back. So the reason why I picked up this pattern is, number one, I love a good jumpsuit, and it does open in the front. If you look at view A here, I think this is very nice. And there is a pattern by Seamwork. I can't remember the name. If I remember, I'll put it in the screen. And it's very similar. There are some other details that are different, but I picked it up because it reminded me of that pattern. And even though I do have the Seamwork pattern, if I don't feel like taping it together, I can definitely make this one as an option. Views B and C are much different than view A. This one has a sleeve to it, and then this one doesn't. I like the fact that this pattern, you know, although it gives you a loose fitting jumpsuit, all three versions are very different, and I like that because you have a variety. You can make all three jumpsuits and they're gonna look different. So let's take a look at the line art. So here is your line art in the back, and the fabric suggestions are going to be your cotton blends, cotton lawns, gauze, and silkies. And again, this is McCall's 8457. So this next pattern is McCall's 8452, and the pattern description is Mrs. Skirts in 2 lengths. I had to pick this up. This is so trending right now, and I think it is super cute. I went into Target not too long ago and saw skirts like this for sale, so I knew when this pattern went on sale, I was definitely going to pick this up. So which view do I like the most? I actually love view A and view B. View C is nice as well. View C, I don't believe is any different outside of the drawstring. So view A is going to be your shortest view, and it does balloon at the bottom. View B is one that I can really see myself making up right away, and view A certainly. So let's take a look at the line art. So here is your line art in the back. The suggested fabrics are lightweight nylon, ripstop, taffeta, and Dupioni, but I would certainly just use cotton. And here is where the drawstring comes in at the bottom and, you know, pulls. This one is your straight, and then this one it balloons. So here's like a little close-up of the ballooned one right there, and then the drawstring at the bottom. Yeah, so I definitely want to make this one and this one. This one I can give or take because there's so many patterns that are similar to this, but I do like these pockets better than these because I don't really want to deal with all these zippers. And again, this is McCall's 8452. All right, so now we have McCall's 8466, and this is a vintage pattern reproduction, and it's authentic from the 1960s, and the pattern description is Mrs. Slip Dress and overlay sheer dresses. I picked it up for the overlay sheer dresses. I do not wear this style of dress currently for the view A, but these two here are the slip dresses. There is some fabric in Joann's that I have been eyeballing for the longest that I want to make something with. It may look a little juvenile, but I still want to make something with it, and I plan to use this pattern to achieve that. It's a very simple pattern, so as soon as I get the opportunity to make it, you'll be seeing that very soon. So the fabrics that are suggested for the slip dress, it's going to be your crepe, jersey, linen, peak, printed silks or cotton, silk, linen, silk, or cotton broadcloth, synthetic mixtures, wool, and crepe. And for the overdress, chiffon, dotted Swiss, organdy, organza, point d'esprit, printed or plain synthetic shears, and voile. Here's the line art right here. And again, this is McCall's 8466. All right, so for this next pattern, this is an older one that came out in the winter, and I didn't pick it up because I don't really like to deal with knit like that, but I have recently decided that I'm just going to go ahead and work with the knit that I have so that I can get it out of my stash, and I thought that this fits my personality and who I am, and I kind of have some fabric like this that's in knit that I can use and just kind of find some other knit for the contrast, and you know, that kind of sold me. So this pattern is McCall's 8434, and it's Mrs. Knit Dresses, and for the reason that I just said, that, you know, that's why I picked it up. I really like this version right here. I love the length of this version, which is view C, and I love this contrast and the buttons and everything about that. However, I would probably use a printed fabric. So here is the line art in the back right here. And the suggested fabrics are stretchy knits only with 35% stretch, such as cotton knits, interlock, ponte, rib knit, and this also has a sash, it looks like. So again, this is McCall's 8434. And so for the last McCall's pattern that I picked up, it's McCall's 8467, and the pattern description is bags. I picked it up because I do like the style of view C, which is here, and view D, which is here, and I also like B. So I just like to pick up the crafty patterns if it's something that I think I am interested in. A lot of times I don't get to the crafty patterns, but whenever I want to sew and I don't want to just, you know, take on a huge project of garments or something like that, I will make crafty projects, which I rarely share on the channel, and I want to start doing better at that. But yeah, I decided to pick that pattern up, or this pattern up I should say, for that reason. So here is your line art in the back. Here's A, B, C, and D. There also is a tassel pattern piece in there for that. Okay, so for the Know Me patterns, I picked up Brittany's new pattern, which is ME2063. I actually picked up the display, so the correct number is not on there, so I did pull out the instructions, and the instructions will show you underneath the display number what it is. So it's ME2063, and the pattern description is women's and Mrs. jumpsuit and romper, and I picked it up for the jumpsuit. The romper's not bad either, but I was on the fence about this pattern as well. I love it, love it, love it. And then I realized that it has one of those front fly thingies that I really don't want to deal with, and I've never tackled, but everybody feels like it's super easy and I should be able to tackle it. So I picked it up, and I guarantee you that I am going to make this. So you will be seeing it and you'll hear my story all about that. So let me show you the line art in the back. So here is the line art in the back, and you also have a sash, and it suggests chambray, cotton blends, and linen blends for the fabric. And again, that's ME2063. Okay, so I picked up a new look pattern. I don't know how new or old this is, but I picked it up because I wanted this skirt pattern. I have a knit skirt pattern similar to this, but I'm really not sure where it is, and I really didn't feel like looking for it, so I was in Joann's and I just picked it up because it was only a few dollars. So the description for this is Mrs. Knit dress, top, and skirt. And I picked it up for the skirt, which is what the model is wearing. I like the length of this, and I just like the fact that it is elasticated, and that's what I needed. Here is the line art, and the bonus part of this skirt is that there are pocket markings, so I don't have to like figure out the pocket area like the other pattern that I have, because it didn't call for pockets. So definitely we want to make sure that I put pockets in my skirts, especially this one, because I'll be wearing this to work as well. But it's going to be a cute little skirt, and you're going to be seeing that very, 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 very soon, because it's part of one of my spring looks. And again, this is New Look 6626. Okay, so for the last pattern that I have to show you, and after I show you this pattern, I'll show you the other things that I picked up. This is Vogue 1982, and the description is Mrs. Dresses. Now, I don't know if you watched my last pattern haul. It was titled my smallest pattern haul ever, and I had picked up a pattern that I plan on using to decide which dress I want to make for the mother of the groom dress for my son's wedding. And I stated in that video that I had another pattern, but I forgot to pick it up. Well, when Vogue was on sale last week or the week before, I did go ahead and pick this pattern up because this is the other pattern. So that is why I picked this up, because I will be testing out this pattern and the other one to see which one I want to wear for my son's wedding. And I think this is super, super sharp, very, very sharp. And I found some fabric, and you know, whichever pattern that I use, I'm going to use of champagne colorway. So yeah, I thought this was absolutely gorgeous, and that's why I picked it up, and I'll go ahead and show you the line art. So here is your line art in the back. As you can see, it's just like a straight type of dress with darts and a cape. For me, I will go for the longer version, which is view B, and it does take a lot of fabric. So for the 45-inch fabric, it takes 7 yards for the size that I would make, and for the 60-inch, it would take 5 1/4. I guarantee you I would have to get the 45-inch fabric, so yeah, that's a lot of fabric, but it's super cute. Okay, so for the other items that I picked up some accessories. The first thing that I picked up is this brooch here. I thought this is super adorable. If you can pair it to my hand size, this is how big it is. I wear brooches all the time. I just love accessories. And it says here, Easter. Well, I just look at it as more of a spring type of brooch. And for me, Easter is more about Resurrection Day, but they didn't have any type of pins like that. And you know, I know me and I know how I really feel. So I'm not going around feeling like Easter is all about the Easter bunny and eggs and all that other stuff. But this is cute. And I decided to pick it up for that reason. Very typical brooch. Super, super cute. So for the next accessory I picked up these super cute Easter egg earrings. They're almost 2 inches, as you can see here, in length. And I just really, really love them. Love how they dangle. Just me all the way. So this is really going to match with a lot of my spring collection because it has the perfect colors in there. And I like that they're bigger because I wear bigger jewelry. I just like my stuff to be a little bit more on the flashier end. So yeah, definitely love these. Oh, and they are on sale currently, all of these accessories, for 40% off. So I mean, it was a deal as far as I was concerned. And then this last one that I picked up, set pair of earrings. This one is labeled spring. And so I just love how beautiful these little white flowers are with the little crystal in here that kind of changes color when the light reflects on them. And these are pretty long, guys. These are about 3 inches long, but like I said, I love a long and big type of earring because, you know, I'm just a little flashy like that. But again, these were all 40% off. Super, super cute and totally my style. I do love Joann's for that because every type of holiday that there is, they always come with accessories, they come with different socks, and I'm that person. I'm a very festive person. Give me a reason to celebrate and I'm gonna be celebrating. All right, everyone, so that is it for my Saturday Joann's haul. Please let me know what your thoughts are about the patterns and the accessories that I picked up in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and click the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!